everyone, AlphaSoul here, and welcome to another video. Today we're actually going to be talking about some Ashes of Creation news and just kind of going over some of the more recent announcements and things that have been going on. Before I get started, I want to go ahead and cover some important news, and that is the From the Ashes podcast that I participate in every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In other words, tonight we'll be having its 100th episode covering Ashes of Creation. Now, this is monumental for us. It's going to be a fun time, and as a special treat, we will have Steven Sharif, the CEO of Intrepid Studios, founder, creator of Ashes of Creation, in with us and discussing the game with us. Now, I know with the recent announcement that I'm going to go ahead and talk about, you probably have some questions for him, but overall, it should be a good time. If you have any questions, feel free to join us in the channel when the Twitch time or when 9 p.m. Eastern Standard comes on the Dungeon Crawler Network. I'll have all that information down below, and if you want to submit some questions, feel free to pop into our channel or kind of get them to me any way that you potentially can, and we'll see if we can get them answered. Now, this video is a little bit late, sorry about that. I was on vacation, just came back, and so I was kind of crunched for time, so I wanted to get this video out earlier, but unfortunately, that's not the way it works. So let's dive into the most recent news. Now, the most recent news that came out yesterday was that Ashes of Creation Apocalypse is going to be releasing on Steam in the most recent test, right? So as you may or may not know, the next stress test for Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, the Battle Royale mode, is on August 20th, this coming August 20th. And for that, obviously they announced that they would be releasing to Steam. Now, this came as a surprise to me, only because, again, I follow Ashes of Creation pretty, I guess you could say, frequently, and one of the things that they had mentioned was that they would not be going to Steam, Epic, or any of the other distribution platforms. So when I heard this news, I was immediately kind of taken aback, like, oh, they changed their mind there, which, isn't strange at all. But then I started thinking about, okay, well, why did they go ahead and do this? Now, we'll get answers straight from the horse's mouth tonight, but to speculate, one of the things that Crojack, Agelos, and Stormsload and I had talked about on the podcast when the Battle Royale was up before was the fact that there didn't seem to be that many players on. When it started out the first day or two, there was a lot of people slamming and hitting the servers, but after that, time would actually drop off. So having it on Steam, to me, is a way to, I guess you could say, expand their audience and get more people with eyeballs on it, get more people with eyeballs who may not normally see it. Because if you think about it, it's on Steam, it's being promoted, it's a distribution platform, and it's much easier for other people to see. That was kind of my reaction to hearing this news. Another one was thank God they didn't choose Epic. And the reason I was saying thank God they didn't choose Epic, because it seems like with most games nowadays that are outside of MMOs and things like that, that go to Epic and have these exclusive deals, they really manage to piss off a good portion of their player base or people that like their game, because when comparing the two platforms, Steam and Epic, Epic simply doesn't have the vast majority of things that Steam does, and Steam obviously has a higher user base as well too. So the fact that they chose Steam over Epic to me was a good thing, because there are some other reasons without diving fully into it. If they went Epic, they probably would serve to get more money, but this kind of reinforces the point, I guess, that this Battle Royale isn't overtly, at least, to make money. I think it's still bringing in money in some shape or form, but choosing Steam over Epic is definitely taking more of a monetary hit than choosing Epic. Although, you could technically argue if you get more exposure with Steam, you get more money, and yeah, I won't dive into that, but it is what it is. So Steam is another area that you will be able to download and play Ashes of Creation Apocalypse from. And I think I saw it mentioned somewhere. Now, this is not substantiated because I'm not positive, but I think that this is only for Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, that it's not for Ashes of Creation, the MMO. In other words, that it'll be on Steam. I don't know that for sure. I'll have to go back, dive into it. I thought I saw something like that, but I could have been mistaken. So don't take that as word or base or anything like that. It is what it is. All right, so for the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, I will be there. I will be playing mostly all day. We'll see what time I can actually get out of work. I might just take a half day just so I can play, because I think it's only up for that 24 hours, at least until they announce more times. It's going to be a standalone test. You're going to be able to solo and group play within that. It'll be sent to the North American, Euro, and Asian servers. Your progress will not be saved, so this will not be, if you played it before, it's not going to be the same kind of meter that you were at. I think I was level 49 out of 50 before then, so it won't be that same level. You're going to be put on like a fast track lane to, you know, essentially test out the abilities and things that are actually there. And, you know, kind of like the system in it. I'm excited for it. I think that it is a good thing. I think that it is going to be exciting to be back into the battle royale. I want to see specifically, you know, the extent of the changes that they made. I mentioned this on the From the Ashes podcast, but I'm holding it to I'm holding it to higher standards, quite simply because they've had ample time now. Let's see how the UI looks. Let's see how it plays. Let's see how it feels, and let's go from there. All right. So that's that majority of it. Now, they also released a dev diary, or not a dev diary, but a horse diary, if you will, taking a look at horses and the animation and seeing the creation. That was pretty cool. In terms of animals, and horses have never really been my thing in any game. In fact, as soon as I get kind of like another type of mount, I usually ditch it. So this particular one wasn't really exciting for me. But the last bit of news that was exciting for me, and it happened right before I went on vacation, and that was the forum updates, essentially, right? They updated the forums and account services, and the big thing is I finally got my forum name Alpha Soul back. It was different from when I had first registered the name, and it was all this craziness, but I'm glad to, you know, be back and have my name on it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Quick update. Again, please stop by and join us for this discussion that we're going to have tonight on the From the Ashes podcast. It should be a fun time. Ask any questions that you want. That's pretty much it. Thank you, guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day. Alpha Soul out.